Welcome back to the bead table, and in the last video we put together these really super pretty fringe earrings using greens, some olive green, some dark olive metallic seed beads with some silver accents, and as well as just a plethora of gems. Today we're going to be doing a bracelet that will match these earrings. So I'm going to bring out some of the players that we're going to use in our bracelet. Now, I want to bring out some rubies because I use those in the earrings. So we'll get a couple scoops of those. I also want to use some carnelian, and I don't know if I want to go with the rice barrels that match. I think I will. We'll go with the rice barrels that I used in the earrings as well. Then we've got some dioptase. So I definitely want to put some of those in the bracelet. Get a couple scoops of those. And then let's get some bigger beads to go on the bracelet as well. We've got some African turquoise in a hexagon that we can use. Those are really pretty. Let's bring in some sparkle with some prehnite. Now those aren't actually bigger beads like I just said I wanted to get, but I want to bring in some of that lighter sparkly goodness. Let's put in some jade hearts. We'll do 1, 2, and 3. And then we'll also bring in some of these carnelian coins that are faceted. Now this looks like it's going to be a more of the dainty kind of bracelet. Let me just put that back in its home. I wonder though, do I want to bring in some of these African turquoise tubes? Let's just put a couple up here just in case, because I think those are really pretty as well. We use this crystal up at the top, so I kind of want to use that as well in the bracelet, so I'm going to get some of those. So all of these came from Sam's Bead Shop. This is the bargain bead box Serengeti Safari box, and I'm going to just take out some of the beads that I really want this to go with. This is the Beadalon satin silver beading wire in the medium. So I have a long strand that I had cut from this before, so we can make this into 2 strands. So let's cut that in about 12 inches a piece, 2 of them. And I wonder if this third one is long enough if we did a 3 strand. Oh, it is. Looks like we might have to do a 3-strander. So since this is going to be 3 strands, we're going to need a slide clasp. And I've got those right here. And I like these because, let me get my scissors. They make it super easy to create a 3-stranded bracelet. So this is like a magnetic kind of clasp that sticks together, really simple to put on, and it's got the 3 strands on each side. So that's going to be perfect. We're going to need some jump rings. So I'm going to put some up here, some wire guards. So 1, 2, let's get a couple good ones. One, 2, 3 for one side, and 1, 2, and 3 for the other. I feel like we might do some crimp tubes instead of the crimp beads this time. So I have these Beadalon #2 crimp tubes, and that means we're going to have to bring out our crimp pliers. Now, my crimping skills are debatable, so we'll see how that goes. We might have to switch it up later, but let's just roll. So I've got those as well. We'll leave those up there for now. For our first strand, I'm going to be doing these seed beads in the same pattern that we have in the earrings, which is using the light olive, medium olive, and the metallic olive in the same pattern that we used on these strands for the earrings. I thought that that would tie in the bracelet really well, and so I'm just picking up 3 of each color and separating them with one of the silver seed beads the same way that we did on the earrings, and I'm just going to keep going until we get to 6.5 inches, which is my sweet spot. All right, let's see where we're at right here. And I need my, that's why I really liked my Beadalon or my Beadsmith mat, because it had the measurements on there. But let's see where we are at. We are at over 6.5. So we are actually going to end, actually I want to do it like this. We are going to end with this silver one right here. Take those off. And now let's see where, just make sure, I'm double checking. Just under, so we will be good. So that is my first strand. All right, I'm putting a bead on the end. I'm going to do the dioptase because I need something that the wire can pass through twice, because it's got to go down through the bead and then into the crimp tube. Let's try this. There we go. See, that looks so much better when it has something up against the wire guard. And then we're going to do the crimp tube. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is where we see if I have any skills. I did a decent job. It's not coming undone. So, hooray for me. We're going to pull everything together nice and snug, but not too snug so that the beads are all wonky. So give them some turns, some twists. Get them to lay exactly how you want before you close it off completely. So now that we have it where we want it, we are going to take our crimp tube and do the first crimp like that. And then we're going to do the next, which is this little jaw right here, like that. And then we are going to fold it over and squeeze like that. Cut off the tail. It's decent. I think that when we use a crimp bead that it's a lot cleaner. I'm just going to try to mash this part down a little bit to make it even. That one looks pretty good right there. So here is our first strand. And I love those colors. So let's put that here. And now we can put away our seed beads. Well, let's leave them out just in case. Let's see what we can do next with our next strand. So on our second strand, I've already put on one of the crimp tubes, and now I'm going to pick up a silver bead. And I kind of want to just do like the more dainty, and I feel like this prenite and ruby would be really pretty together. So I'm hoping that this fits through. Prenite, ruby, prenite. Everything has such small holes. And then another silver, like that. Let's do another set of those. So and then we'll do a crystal, a silver, and then I think I just want to repeat the pattern again. We're just about there. So what I want to do is put my 2 beads on the end, and I think that I will use rubies on the end. And just to make sure, I want to pass the wire through one of these. See, I'm pretty sure I can get it through there. Oh yeah. So there is our strand. Let me just double check that measurement. Just under. So we will be perfectly matching, I do believe. Here we are with our 2 strands that we have made so far, and I feel like they go really well together. We've got the seed bead strand, and then we've got the ruby and prenite stand with some crystals. And now I want to make the chunky funky hearts, but I don't know if I want to use the hearts. I might want to use these tubes. All right, now we're going to be doing our 3rd strand, and we're going to be using these carnelian rice barrel beads, and we're going to break them up next to that African turquoise with these silver seed beads as our focal. So let's build that first. I really wanted to use the purple jade, candy jade, but ultimately I'm sticking with the carnelian because that is what is in the earrings, and this bracelet needs to tie into those earrings. I was going through a designer's debacle, but we've got it. This is going to be just as pretty. So I'm just alternating between the red carnelian rice barrel, a seed bead, and then the African jasper. And this is going to be our focal. And that carnelian really pops. Okay. Then I want to put in 2 of our crystals on each side. Like that. Put those silver seed beads in between. That is gorgeous. And now I feel like I just want to do diopside and the prenite all the way down the sides. Let's do Here's 3. And we'll do 3 on the other side just to see where we are at. There's 3. I know we're gonna have to go longer than that, but let's see where we're at. I need to get a little ruler. So we are at 5.5. So let's do, we'll break up the pattern and do a rice barrel bead on either side, like that, with the seed bead. And then we'll do one more of the dioptase. I keep calling it dioptase now. Good grief. And I feel like it's going to be a little long. So maybe take off these right here. And that should do it. So we'll take these off on the ends. We'll put on our crimp tubes. One here. One there. And then put these back on. Like that. And now let's take a look. Perfect. Okay. So our 3rd strand is done. Now all we have to do is get on our wire guards and we will see about attaching it to our clasp. And here is our 3 strands together. That is so pretty. So we are going to take our jump rings. These are 4mm. And what we're going to do is we're just going to open them up. One by one. Put them through our wire guard and then through the clasp. So now we have our 3 strands connected to our clasp, and now we need to do the other end. So we need 3 more jump rings, so 6 in total. Looks good. And here is finally our beautiful 3-stranded bracelet. Let me just get it untangled. There we go. How gorgeous is that? Beautiful sparkle, beautiful deep colors, and it goes so well with our earrings. Look how pretty. All right, let's try it on. All right, we got it on, and there it is. I am in love with the sparkle on this one. Look how gorgeous. And when you put those earrings with it, beautiful. Thank you so much for going through this with me, for making this beautiful set. I am so in love with these colors. They are rich, they are vibrant, and they are perfect for summer. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and we'll be back with some more later. Bye, y'all.